Good morning, students. Once again, we are going to know further information, further special efforts. What's that? Special efforts.
Don't
To become good listener.
Don't take my name. Will you?
No problem. To become, what we can say, good listener. Last time we had seen, what we can say, few special efforts. First is keep listening when you feel do not understand. Second, suppose you are disagree with the speaker, only you should wait for some time. You should wait completion of the speaking, then you can ask your doubts, your what you can say unfamiliar words, whatever things to your speaker. Here, one point is very important. Suppose you are the what you can say listeners and I am speaker. And keep speaking and keep speaking. And while speaking, I use many words. And out of the words, some words you don't understand. Some words you don't understand. That time you should do one thing. You can ask your doubts to the speaker. Because how? In a polite way. Suppose you are disagree with the speaker, you should not what you can say use, or you should not fight, or you should not use harsh words, or you should not misbehave with the speaker. Suppose you are disagree, very politely, very calm, very quiet manner you can ask the teacher, you can ask your speaker to get the clarified the words. It is very important. Then you can get your doubts. Page number 5 you can open. Then you can get your doubts clarified by asking polite question. You have a certain time. You have a certain time to ask the questions. Repeat. You ask the question to a speaker. These and these things you did. You can use in speaking while you speaking. How is it possible? How can you prove it? And how you can make us understand? Means various ways are there. By asking the question, you can ask your teacher, ask your speaker to get your doubts clarified. That should be very polite. Next is do not feel shy or afraid. Here, do not feel shy and afraid. Here see, in the life of students, we should not give any importance to these two words. One is shy and afraid. We should not give any placement. We should not give any importance to these two words. First is shy and second is afraid. See here the life of the students totally learning process. Training process we can say, and while training, while what we can say as a trainee, we should not feel shy and afraid. Suppose someone who having a shy or we can say afraid, that students will not get or will not be improved, will not learn anything, because shy and afraid, these two things, two important obstacles, or we can say creates problem in the life of the students. So without shying and without fearing, without any obstacles, without any difficulties, without any what we can say without any things, you can ask to your teachers, you can ask your speaker to get to know the further information about the particular subject matter. Do not feel shy or afraid to ask question if you do not understand what is being said. What is being said means now the turn of the speaker is finished. In the 30 minutes of the lecture, 20 minutes teacher taught, teacher teaches, and last 10 minutes is for doubt clearation time or doubt clearation, or you can say session. That time some students they get and they ask the question these and things we do not understand, sir. Please remind me. Please teach me once again. And that time you can ask to your teacher. That time students should not be afraid and should not be shy, because these things create the problem in the life of the students, and we should not give importance to these words in our life. Put your questions to the speaker politely. Means those questions, whatever you want to ask, you can ask politely, not absolutely by rudely. Next is, sometimes it helps to note down important words or point even as you listen. It's very important. What? Sometimes what happen? It helps to note down the important words. Here in 30 minutes of time, in 30 minutes of lecture, many new words teacher can use. Many unfamiliar words teacher can use, and at the end of the lecture, it is highly impossible to remind all those difficult words or unfamiliar words and ask them to the teacher. It is not possible. So what to do? Time to time, simultaneously, in the same time, you have to note down, you have to, what you can say, underline the difficult words, or you can say unfamiliar words. It is very helpful for we people to ask about them to the teacher at the end of the speaker, at the end of the lecture. It helps to note down important words or points even as you listen. And last point is, lastly, it also helps to keep thinking about what you heard. Lastly, it also helps to keep thinking about what you heard. We have to think over it. For example, 10 minutes I am speaking with you, I am speaking to you. You have to think over it, what actually sir wanted to say about the be a good listener. Thinking is very important. Here, if you think something else, definitely we have to create the, what you can say, understanding ways to get further information, to know about the further information about the particular subject matter. It also helps to keep thinking about what you heard. You may grasp the meaning of a difficult words or phrase later on. We have to think properly. We have to rethink what actually sir said, what sir is being said. And if you think the proper way, what the sir said, definitely it is very important to grasp the meaning. See, a grasping power. Grasping. What is grasping? Grasping means what the speaker is telling, directly we have to keep in our mind. Means that time mentally and physically we should be attentive to know something here. That is a grasp, we can say. You may grasp the meaning of a difficult words or phrase later on. These are the important, what we can say, special efforts to become a good listener. Suppose me want to become a good listener, we have to obey, we have to follow, and these things definitely if you use in our teaching learning process, in our student life, definitely one day, that day is not far away, that we should become, or we will become a good listener in our life. Homework we can take down. In this way we are going to finish this lesson. Tomorrow we are going to start. Tomorrow means in next upcoming days. Next period we are going to start the next lesson. Homework. Write about special efforts. Write about the special efforts of a good listener. How to write it? Each and every point we can write properly. For example, listening. Listening is one of the special efforts to become a good listener. Listening is there, or you can say paying attention is there, thinking is there, looking is there, hearing is there, listening is there. These are the important, what you can say, special efforts. Individually, one by one, you can write it in your notebook. Soon we are going to check all your notebooks respectively by respective teacher. Thank you. Have a nice day.